Good morning everyone, Wolforge here. Today I'm gonna be showing you how you can make your very own simulator inside of Roblox Studio for 2025. Let us do it. So right now I'm gonna assume you know how to make a base plate. If you don't, you just open up Roblox Studio and then click on base plate. It should bring you here, and then once you are here, you are going to go to game settings and you're gonna save it to Roblox. You can name it whatever you want. I'm gonna name it Dream Simulator, since that is gonna be kind of the game we are kind of gonna be making this time. I'll tell you more about it later, but yeah, this is gonna be how we do. Description can be blah 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 blah, and then turn off team create, and then let's just do this. Save the game, and then it may or may not close out and then reopen the game. It did not, but sometimes it does. And then you're gonna go to security and turn on Enable Studio access to API services, which is gonna be useful for data stores, which we are gonna be doing next episode. So save, and there we have it. So the first thing you want to do when you create a simulator is to add leader stats. Now leader stats are like, if you hit play, the leader stats are what are shown up here. So to create what is shown up there, like you can see in many simulators, you can go to ServerScriptService, and then you're gonna add in a new script. Rename the script to whatever you want. I'm gonna name it Leaderstats because it's a Leaderstats script. And then we're gonna be putting in our first line of code. And I will explain the code as best as my ability when we go into it, which is going to be game, which is accessing the game, dot players, which is the players tab, and then got when the player get added, we're going to be connecting a function to that player, which the function would be mostly just creating a leader stats. Also, we need to run this to the player. Now we're gonna be making the leader stats. So I'm gonna, if you do double dash thing, whatever this is called, and then you can type in stuff, and it doesn't matter because it's just like text. But this is gonna be like create leader stats folder, and then we can do local, which is just like a local. It's an easy way to find it, but then we're gonna do leader stats but equal instance dot new, and then we are going to be using an int value. There are many types of values. The int value, I don't really know what it's for, but we do know it is nope, I lied. We are using folder. I know what folders are. Folders are just making sure it creating a new folder inside the player. That's a good way to explain it. Yes, we are creating a new folder inside the player, and then we're going to be doing leader stats dot name, which is going to be equal to leader stats. Make sure you type it exactly like I do. You cannot do a capital L or else it will not work. And then you are going to be doing leader stats dot parent, which is going to be equal to the player, and that creates the leader stats folder. Now we're going to be creating all of our currency, all the other stuff that we need. Right now all we're gonna add is two. We're gonna be adding, since it's a dream simulator, we're gonna be adding fragments, because I want the player to collect fragments to gain fragments, and instead that's for coins, which we can make later. But local fragments equals instance dot new, and then we're gonna be now using the int value, and then we're gonna be doing fragments dot name, which is gonna be equal to, this time we can type in whatever we want. I'm gonna do capital F fragments. This is gonna be something else. Fragments dot value, which the value of fragments is gonna be equal to 0, which is gonna be the starting value. And then we're gonna be parenting the fragments to the player. Next thing you want to add is the currency, which I'm going to do cash, local cash. Actually, no, I'm going to do coins. Local coins equal instance dot new, and this is literally the same thing that I did before, just using coins instead of fragments. So coins dot name equal capital capital C coins dot value equals 0 due to the starting value, and coins dot parent is equal to the player because connecting it to the player. There. Now if you hit play, you should be okay. Fudged it up. Great. Okay. So, don't worry. Let me see what I did wrong. So, we added the function. We created Leaderstats. Oh, I see. Okay, we need to parent these to the Leaderstats instead of the player. We're not directly putting it into a player, we are putting it into the Leaderstats folder. And then when we play, we should see fragments and coins. You can change the order if you want, but mostly this is how you create Leaderstats for your game. Also, do you like my skin? My skin is amazing. Anyway, next thing we want to do, we want to display these values on the screen, like here or something, like traditional simulators do. So to do that, you are going to go quickly to StarterGui. We're gonna be inserting a screen GUI. Just name this like main GUI or something like that. And then inside the main GUI, we're gonna insert a frame. Now you see a frame here. You can resize this to whatever size you want. I think this is a good size. Nope, that is too flipping long. Okay, boom. I can't do an even thing here. Okay, so I think this is a good size. So then we're gonna rename this to I did this wrong. Okay, currency, no. Okay, we're gonna name this coins for the coins because this is gonna display the coins. So then we're gonna be changing the color to, I want like a bluish, which you can change the background color. If you go to properties, the background color is white, and this is the color that I chose. The color is also here 15, 143, 255 if you want to use the same color as me. And then we're gonna inside this, we're gonna add a UI corner, and we're gonna be turning that to 0, like, yeah, 010 should be fine. And then we're also going to be adding a text label. This label is going to be logo, since we are going to be using this as a logo, which we can just put over here, down here, boom, boom, and boom. Okay, so the logo does work. So now we're going to be typing in background transparency, which we are turning to 1, so there's no background. Then we're going to scroll all the way down to text. We're going to be selecting no font because we're not using any text. We're going to delete the text, and we're going to be inserting a image or a logo. So let me just quickly find a coin or like money bag logo, and you can find one too. It's just a copy paste logo that you can find on like Google or something. You can just like quickly find one. Like here is a coin that I can use. Never mind, I lied. You cannot use that coin. Some of them you cannot use, but some of them you can. But apparently that one you cannot. I don't know why. Okay, let's just use the money bag, or not because I didn't copy it. Okay, there we go. So if you see, now we have a money bag there. And now we're gonna be actually text scaling this because you see pretty small. If we just do text scaled, it gets bigger. Then you can have to resize it again. Boom! We have a money bag, which is gonna be holding all of our coins. Now we're gonna be adding another text label. Actually, we can just duplicate this on a Control D, and then just drag it and rescale it like down here or something. And this is gonna be where our coins are, or like our currency coins. So if I just instead of typing the text as it, we can just type in like 1000 or something, because this is gonna be changed by the script anyway. Now the font I'm gonna use is Vidoka 1. I just find it like a really nice looking one. And we're also gonna have it the text X alignment, which is gonna be to the left because I like it to the left. Now the final thing well, first of all, rename this to just the coin text or something. Make it a little bit bigger and then just duplicate it, drag it up, make it smaller, and then type in the text, just make it coins. Just a tad bit up. That was not a tad bit, that was a lot of bit. Okay, that is pretty decent. So we can just rename this coin text to just title, and it keeps all the properties, so we don't have to change any of the properties. Now one more thing I do want to add for this, which we're not going to be using for at least a while, is just a text button, which this text button eventually is going to add a currency, it's going to be like a Robux button. So if you want to buy coins, you can do that by pressing this button. So text is just going to be a plus symbol. We're going to scale it, we're going to turn the text to white, and then background transparency is going to be a light green this time, or like a semi-light green. And we're also going to change the font to how about Highway Gothic? That looks fantastic. Then I want to also add, we can just duplicate this UI corner and just drag it into the text button. And there we go, the text button, which is going to be just called purchased. So now we have, in our center, it's annoying me. Okay, now we have our first UI done. So now I'm going to duplicate this and add in a UI list layout. If we go to if we go to vertical alignment, if we click center, it goes to center, and then also you can do the pattern, which is gonna be just, let's do 7, nope, 10, yeah. If we do that, it will show it perfectly. Yeah, it's nice. So this one is gonna be the called fragments, this frame. And inside it, we want to change a couple things. Like, first of all, I'm gonna find another emoji, which is gonna be a diamond emoji or a gem emoji. And I might change these later with Also, if you want to, there is this thing called text work, which you can just put on. I don't know if it works with text. I don't think it does. So there's that. You want to change coins. Gosh darn it, I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, change the coins text on the fragment one to fragments. Make it a little bit smaller so it fits. And then for the coin text, we name that to fragments text. And then just really quickly change it to like 0 out of 50 or something. Boom. So that is both of our currencies done. We can also change the color of this. Actually, I'm gonna change it to let's do like an orange, just so that the blue doesn't blend in with the other blue. It looks a little bit nice. Also give it some pop, some color. Anyway, there we go. So our coins, our fragments, boom. Now what we want to do next, give me 2 seconds. Okay, so what we are going to do now is go into the coins, because we're going to start with coins first. It's the easiest one. So inside coins text, you're going to add a local script. You can just put like update or something, whatever you want. Really, it doesn't necessarily matter for this one. And then we're going to get the player. Now the cool thing with local scripts for local player is all you have to do is do game.players.local player, and that's all you have to do for this. And then we're gonna be getting the local coins label, which is just this is the coins label, which is going to be equal to script.parent, which the script.parent, this is the coins label. Next thing we want to do, we want to have a function. So local function, and then this function can be called update coins. And now we're gonna be getting access to our leader stats. So local leader stats would equal the player colon wait for child, which is gonna be equal to leader stats. And then if not leader stats, then we want to warn the player saying that leader stats not found, and then return it. Now at this first end, you want to go down. We want to get the coins, so local coins equal leader stats. Nope, colon wait for child. Do the same thing as before, but instead of leader stats, you're gonna do coins colon 5. And then if not coins, you're gonna be again warning the player. Let me make sure we did coins. I think we did coins, right? Yeah, we did coins. Okay. So if not coins, then we're gonna be warning the player that coins stat not found, and then return. So now underneath that, you're gonna be doing local function refresh text, which is going to be equal to coins label dot lob. That's not how you spell label still. Coins label. Oh my god. Okay. Equal, and then we're gonna have, I was gonna say we're gonna need this, but we really don't. We're just gonna be doing coins dot value. I think that's what we need to do. I think. Well, look like it isn't, but coins label. Yeah, so coins label dot no, we need the coins though. I'm so confused. Making sure I did everything right. So they got the coins, yes. Coins label dot text. See, this is what I was going to do, but decided not to. But that wasn't gonna work anyway. What if I do coins label dot we're gonna try this and see if we can error anything. But let's just finish this. Refresh text. We're gonna run that function and then just coins colon get. They're not saying coins, like why is it not? Oh, I see the issue. Yeah, okay, because we are leaving the end, so local function. So just paste in what you had above. I was stupid and didn't do that, but we are just gonna be putting the function up here. Coins label dot text equal coins dot value, and that should work. Then we're gonna be doing refresh text, and then we can do everything. Okay, get property change singled, and then we're gonna be singling the value, and then we're gonna connect, and then we're gonna be connecting it to the refresh text, which we have as a function. Then finally at the very bottom, now below the text, we're gonna be doing update coins. Now this, if I did everything correct, which I'm sure I didn't, this should work. It's 0, so if I go to current client, if I go to player, leader stats, coins, and then change for like 1,000, nope, I already have it as 100. I should, yep, have 100 right here, which is perfect. It's working exactly how I want it. So now what we're gonna be doing is doing the fragments, which is almost the same thing, just a little bit different. So just add a local script in here, and honestly you can just paste in this update script into the other local script, which you can also kind of call update, I would assume. So just call this script also update and paste this in, and instead of update coins, we're going to be doing update fragments, or whatever currency you have. Leaderstats 5 blah blah blah. Then change this to fragments, If not fragments, then one fragment stat not found, fragments.value. Okay, also change this to fragment label. And then you can just do it down here. Fragment label.text equal fragment.value. But we're also going to include, so this is the value, then colons, oh not colon, dot, and then you want it out. This isn't gonna work yet, but this is going to eventually work. Well, that worked. Just because I forgot to update everything. This is going to be update fragments. I think everything else is good though. I just want to make sure this worked. So player blah 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 blah. Attempt to index neo with. Okay, I checked and still failed. So this seems like it working. It did not work. Yes, it did. So now if I do this with fragments and say like 24 out of 250. You can see it up 0 because of this, but it does work. We can also fix that really quickly. If we go to fragments and go to the fragment text, you can just lower it down to like that. Now also, because right now if you view or test this on mobile, look how big it is. You can change that with this plugin, which I'll leave in the description below for you, which you can just do unit conversion. You can scale this, and scale this. And a lot of stuff you have to actually scale them, just have to make sure. Now inside each of these you want to scale all of the text. So like scale text, also scale that, blah blah blah. And then you can test and boom, it works beside the button because I forgot about the button. But this is mostly it. Not this. This is mostly it for this video. If you please look, please. There we go. If you guys did enjoy the first video of a long, probably long series anyway, make sure to leave a like and subscribe to this channel for more epic tutorials just like this one. Now this video we had the fragments and colon Leaderstats, and we can also display them on here. Next episode we are creating the data store to make sure player data save when they leave the game.